And I think the plot is, like, okay. It is very much a kid's show. The Minecraft movie, exactly. Objectively, the Minecraft movie has an okay plot. My biggest issue, spoiler alert for the Minecraft movie, is when, whatever the, Gamer Dave, what's the face? Gamer Dave, like, holds the cube and he, like, betrays the kid to get gold or whatever. Like, I understand, though, he's broke, so that kind of makes sense, but then it's like, I don't know, it's a little weird. I have been, unpopular opinion, I'm pro saying filler words. I think the social standard to not say things like, is boo bad boo. That is so fair. It's not that I don't think filler words make me sound less intelligent. I don't think there's a problem with anyone who says filler words. I do think that when I watch people speak and they just have pauses instead of filler words, I do think their content is slightly more enjoyable. And whether or not that affects your enjoyment of my content, hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully you just enjoy it, you enjoy it. But guys, obviously, you know, as someone who's trying to get that break, you know, trying to hit the moment where I go, I'm trying to optimize. I'm looking at that 1%. Why? Because I don't know what to, I feel like I have the 75% down. In my head, I'm like, you know, guys, here's the thing, I spent money and I bought equipment. That's the 75%, okay? 75% is that. 20% is personality, 5% is optimization, okay? The personality, I can only work on every day so much. But there's that 5% that I can optimize, and I'm always trying to optimize it. Toy Story has a banger plot. I would agree. Like, a Toy Story has a good plot. I do think that, like, a Pixar film is a little bit of a different... I will admit, I feel like a Pixar film has a bigger budget for a story than, like, a Disney kids show. Dog with a Blog. Guys, Dog with a Blog. That had a good plot. Shout out Dog with a Blog. What other shows do I think had a really good plot? What is the, guys, what was it that's like the Dipper? What has Dipper? And the thingy-mabob. And the book thing. Dipper and the book thing? Like, what was that? Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls, that is essentially a kid's show that I think is generally considered to be extremely good plot-wise. I'm sure there's holes, but, like, overall, they had a very cool, interesting plot. Adventure Time. Mind you, that's Cartoon Network. Either way, I think that, like, you know, they could have done a little better. But also, guys, the one thing I've always heard is, you know, every comedian always says this, so guys, let me steal their joke, okay? Because, guys, guess what? I'll steal a joke. Was it during the writer's strike? That's where you laugh. You should have laughed. I hope you laughed during that. Anytime anything's ever badly written, if you don't know, there's been writer strikes in LA that has happened periodic times, and when the writer strikes happens, right, they're still trying to produce scripts or things are in motion. So sometimes when TV shows will have like a really bad like series of episodes, you're like, oh, that's when the writers were striking, right? So they got, you know, Jimmy down and interning, Tommy in editing, or I don't know how you do this, and they, you know, they crafted something and it was as an intern would do. Just like, guys, I will say, when I'm no longer an intern, it is really fun to say, and why do they let the intern do it? Even, not that I ever, honestly, as an intern, that's so true, don't let interns do things. But, like, you know when, like, a game is coded poorly or a website's made bad, it's like, stop letting the intern touch it. Okay, stop letting the intern tweak the patches. Let's not do that. I understand they're here to learn. They could learn by looking, okay? I don't want them touching my game and ruining my experience. I will say, guys, we have officially made it to the mountaintop of the Giants. We are in the final part of Wizard101. And by Wizard101, I mean Azteca. Do I wish this was the final part of Wizard101? No. Does it kind of feel like the final part of Wizard101? Yes. But it's not. It's literally the end of absolutely nothing. But we've made it here. The floating mountains. Oh, it's not the mountain hill of the Giants. It was basically the mountain hill of the Giants. I think we have a lot to do here. We're less than 50 quests away. Because we are 50 quests away at the start of the Pitch Black Mountains. So now we're thriving. So I don't really know where we're going. But, oh, I haven't watched the American Dad episode. There's an American Dad episode I need to watch. There are a few episodes I need to watch. Guys, my favorite thing is forgetting I'm watching a TV show. And then a new TV show comes out. And then I'm like, that's my favorite thing. That, you know, whenever you're reading something that's coming out, you're watching a TV show that's just coming out, and you just wish you could literally forget time and space. You wish you could just go asleep forever so you could never have to, you know, be without an episode. That was my joy today when I was looking at the episodes. Oh, Goo Baby. Spoiler alert, rip Azteca. I like how I didn't even read that. You might be saying, Twichty, why are there 2 coins floating on your screen? Let's not delve into that one, okay? But Goo, I'm wishing you the best of luck in all your endeavors. I need to deal with that. Oh, whoa! Did I not just say, you might be asking why there's 2 alerts? That's an excellent question. There really shouldn't be. There's this and this. Huh? Oh, wait, yes there is. Oh, it's this. I wonder which one is correct. I'll figure it out at some point. Guys, here's the thing. My alerts, as you guys may or may not know, right? At some point, people were like, Twichty, your alerts are garbage. They're hot trash. You're literally the worst person I've ever seen. And I said, you're so right. You are correct. Let me fix them. So then I tried to fix my alerts, and I had put an alert for following, for rating, for subscribing, for giving bits. There's an alert for essentially everything. But please don't, like, push the limits, because I don't actually know what I've done. And to that essence, I have them, I have the audio, and I have the screen. But sometimes when people are doing things, I feel like the alert, like, the audio will play, but the image doesn't play, or things like that. And I think, for example, it's like when my alert, like, for example, I think the visual doesn't play because the visual and my OBS scenes, right? If you ever, you know, if you've ever done art or anything, you understand the concept of layers, one's below other. I think my alerts are below a layer. You might be saying, Twichty, why did you test this out? Guys, I was at therapy, okay? You know, we got to give me some things. Twichty, I can preemptively song request for Marvel Rivals. If so, I'm gonna request Ya Ya by Beyonce. Okay. Oh, if I can't. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Guys, preemptive request all the songs you want. Okay, be aware that if chat goes too far, I'm gonna need you to, like, lock that one back up, but go crazy. At some point, I should really make a... I have an idea. Also, guys, does anyone have a good birthday gift ideas? I need birthday gifts for a gamer who likes comics. Guys, someone's birthday's coming up. I have no concept of a gift, okay? I'm gonna give you some personality traits, and you're gonna help me come up with a gift. This is your responsibility. They like games. They like board games. They like comics. They like fantasy. They like gardening. Okay, I need birthday gifts. I had a few ideas sitting around in my head. Marvel Rival skins. That's not a horrible one. They don't particularly like Marvel Rival. And I'm also, got apologies. I'm thinking of, like, maybe not like a skin, but like a game. Like either a physical game, a virtual game, an object, something that's useful. Have you seen those U2s things? Maybe that. What's a used? Used 2s is just used 2s collectibles. Oh, okay. We see a guys. I'm gonna be honest here, guys. I was watching ContraPoints. If you haven't watched ContraPoints, if you like video essays, I would go recommend it. I was watching one on Twilight. Okay, it's an entire video essay on Twilight, talking about all the aspects of Twilight, which, honestly, guys, I never read Twilight. I don't like Twilight. The video essay is so good. And it was talking about basically how there's always, guys, there's always a romance novel out, okay? There was Twilight, there was 50 Shades of Grey, there was, now there's, what is it? Guys, my roommate has all of them and has read all of them. There's like Throne of Glass, there's all those, there's ACOTAR. Like, there's always a series of, in that same sense, I feel like there's always a collectible. I don't have a convert. I feel like there's always a exactly, they're like a pop figure, but people are saying they like them more. And now I feel like these are like the new, what are they called, Funko Pops? I have a Funko Pop. I'm saying that like I don't have, guys, there's a Funko, now let me be clear here. I got that, guys, I got that Funko Pop at a Dave & Buster's, okay? It's a Squirtle. And it's way back over there. Is it a Squirtle? I think it's a Squirtle. Huh? Guys, I've got only bad news. I don't know where it is. Because it's not... Well... Guys, may the Squirtle rest in peace. I have no idea where it is. But either way, I see camera. I like that suggestion. Okay, guys, we've got 2 suggestions, and now here's what I'm gonna ask. You guys come up with 2 more, okay? And you might be thinking, Twichty, no, this is too hard. I can't think of birthday gifts. What do you want? Screw thinking about someone else. What do you want as a gift? Just tell me what you want as a gift, and maybe that'll be like, ooh, that's a genius idea. I have Vi, Ash, Lee Sin from League, and a few more. Oh my, you've already... Cameron, how long have these been out? Have these been out for a hot minute? Because it kind of sounds like they are. Like... Goo Baby, if you wanted a gift, what gift would you say? Just like give me, you know, like just off the top of your head. Okay, we have the Powerpuff Girls, Linkin Park, Garten of Bonbon. I don't know, does anyone know what Garten of Bonbon is? Garten of Bonbon. Oh, it's a video game? Huh? Oh, okay, we got Keen Spot Grubs, Vlad and Sia. I don't know who... Oh, it has Invincible. It has Minecraft. It has Cookie Run. Guys, I used to be Gen Alpha FNAF. Guys, what is Gen Alpha FNAF? Is this, I don't, how does that work as a gift? I would say like masked. Cameron, that is an excellent clarifying question. I appreciate you asking it. I would say masked things, but not like, you know, imagine like, not like, you know, like, guys, here's the thing. It's not, what was there something? There was something that was like sold as like, it's not like, I don't know. There's something that was sold like that was man related, but it didn't need to be man related. It really didn't matter. You know, but I would say more on the mass side, but nothing crazy. Like we're saying, like, let me give you some examples. Dune, Invincible, Spider-Man, like Marvel Rival comics like that, and like artsy things, and board games, like super nerdy dude wipes. There you go. Thank you, camera. Like, they're wipes. They don't need, like, dude wipes, regular wipes. Like, it's a wipe. Guys, here's the thing. Always understand, anytime anyone's selling you something with a name in front of it, that name is costing you money. Okay? You ever seen a chair before? If it has gaming in front of that chair costs 98% of the time, that chair is more expensive because it is a gaming chair. Mind you, if it's a SteelSeries chair, it's not more expensive. It's absolutely reasonably priced. That's why, guys, I over here on Twichty TV love SteelSeries. Exactly. Garden of Bonbon is Generation Alpha 5 Nights at Freddy. Oh. Okay, guys, I have never been more confused by a sentence. Does anyone else in chat understand Garden of Bonbon is Generation Alpha 5 Nights at Freddy? I understand I just said that Garden of Bonbon is a video game that has a plushie on that website. How that is the Generation Alpha 5 Nights at Freddy, that's where I'm confused. Okay. Camera, I do like this. You know, if I have to, I'll buy a stuffed animal. My one thing is, guys, I will say, I tend to be, and you know, I think everyone functions their own way. I really try to be what some people would consider a functional gift giver. I really like a gift that someone will use. I, as a person, I hate a trinket. I don't like trinkets. I don't really like getting trinkets. I don't like buying people trinkets. I'm not really a connector. Exactly. Cameron, that's where my confusion is, and that's where I'm not really sure. Is it Five Nights at Freddy 4 Gen Alpha? Which I guess it is. And so I try to aim for a functional gift. Not that, guys, if I have nothing to get someone, I will get something a non-functional gift. But this is in my mind. Now, because, guys, I just can't think of anything. I want to be clear. You guys don't have to think of anything. I just thought I'd pull you, okay? Because, guys, remember, 2 heads are better than 1. 3 heads are better than 2 heads. 4 heads are better than 3 heads. 5 heads are worse than 4 heads. And you might be thinking, Twichty, that doesn't make any sense. Well, think about it. If there's 5 heads, at that point, you've got 2, 2, and 1. And that 1 is really going to feel left out. That is why 4 heads and below is a superior number of heads. 6 heads, you might be thinking, Twichty, well, wouldn't 6 heads be better, though, because everyone's paired up? Once again, I really appreciate you trying to understand this concept. Unfortunately, you just don't have the head for it. Guys, 6 heads is not as good, because here's the thing. 6 heads, how are you going to fit that on a human body? 6 heads, that's way too many. Okay, your body's gonna fall over. That makes absolutely no sense. Do you like decoration things at all, like plants, candles, etc.? I don't know how you delivered a plant as a gift. I mean, you can deliver, guys, here's, let me tell you. You can get anything delivered as a gift, okay? You can pay anyone on the internet to, guys, you know, like, isn't there like a service, like the handy monkey service that like does something that's like next door neighbor? I feel like there's like a million things to do everything. That is never my concern, to find someone to do something. I feel like that's so easy. I kind of do, Hammer. Well, but here's the thing. Let me clarify, guys. I put things on my walls because, you know, to quote every single room decorator ever, why do these men have nothing on their walls? That's why I put things on my walls. So people would stop telling me I have nothing on my walls. Do I like it? Yes. Would I say that I ever at any time acknowledge that I have things on my walls? Absolutely not. Right? I have 3 Baldur's Gate posters right here. I never look at them. I have a painting right back there. Never look at it. I have a plant. Never look at it. I kind of like candles. Guys, candles are so expensive. I hate that candle. First, my sister tells me some candles are bad for you to breathe in because it's like a certain thing melting. Second, candles are $2 billion and they don't last long enough. And then third, I like them. So that's what I would say about candles. I just don't really buy them. So I kind of get those. I will say, Cameron, what my last gift that I remember here, the last gifts I got on my birthday, I got a ring light for my streaming by my roommate, which was super sweet, and that happened last year. And my other friends got me, they got me something that I'll wear probably, guys, I might wear it tomorrow, which is, they got me a polo, like a sporty polo shirt from Critical Role, which is a brand, I mean, it's a brand I like, I guess. That's one way you could describe it. They are also, you know, a D&D group. I think it's less about interacting with it and more about breathing life into the room. I do agree with you, though, Cameron, on that one, because I will admit, do I think my room is more hospitable because there are posters on the wall? Absolutely, guys. Absolutely, I do. I do think that if my room had nothing on the... I do think it brings a coziness. I do like my room more. I bought a dresser from IKEA a minute ago, which, guys, I hate that Guys, here's the thing. My issue with IKEA, everyone has what you buy at IKEA, and I don't like that. Guys, I don't like it at all, okay? I think every human wants to be unique. They want to be different. And, guys, believe it or not, Twichty's no different. Guys, I know, crazy take here. I'm not different. I'm just like everyone else. And to that essence, I don't want the same bookshelf as everyone else. Now, what I will say in defense of that, you can decorate a bookshelf differently. And I will say my bookshelf looks differently. I will also say I got a dark green color, which, guys, I was listening to this couple talk in, bro, I was listening to this couple yap in IKEA, and they were, like, raging about different, like, color trends that were happening in the furniture. I don't know what they were going on, okay? I don't really know what was going on, but they were, like, not screaming, but they were, like, having an intense conversation. They're like, ugh. Because they're really talking about dark green, because I do think dark green as a furniture color. Guys, go to a store. If you see some dark green, I feel like dark green right now, like a forest dark green, is very popular, in my opinion. Like, I feel like it really has made a comeback in a sense. Unfortunately, I'm not sure I'm gonna make a comeback in this fight. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. Phoenix is not bad. That's like half crit block. That's bad. I will say, fortunately, we did not put the fade up, so maybe we're gonna live, but I'm not 100% sure. We've got a few blades, which is good. I can always say to myself, you know what? We might have to say to myself, I don't vibe with dark green as a furniture, low-key. I think it's a cute wall color with dark brown furniture accents. Hammer, I'm not gonna lie. Nothing you just said there made me happy. And that's not a fault on you. You did just slightly make my day more depressing. I think I've conditioned myself to prefer live service games over single-player story games. I don't like that. And I don't like that. Icy Hot, I want to, here's the thing. I think it's sometimes you have to sit through a little bit of discomfort to bring joy. Also, Cameron, don't even worry about it. I will say, like, you know, some people like dark things, some people like light things. I love my dark green. I think my dark green looks good. I will also say that my room is like, you know, it's like my room, I like dark colors. Wait, what so you disagree with? Let's fight. Well, here's my thing personally. I don't like the like dark green walls with the like wooden accents. I don't like the expensive looking, like medieval, fanciful, but not nice thing. Like that aesthetic I don't really enjoy. Like if it's an antique, I want it to be antique. I want like wooden walls. Icy Hot, I think you have to sit in discomfort. I think I've had moments in my life where I don't want to play a single player game, but you need to get rolling a bit. Once you get rolling, and what you need to do in single player games, I'll tell you right now, you have to read the story. You cannot skip the story. If you skip the story, you are not going to enjoy the game. Once you are experiencing the story, that is when you will have a good time. I guarantee you. Okay? That is a Twichty guarantee. Once you start reading the story, once you get a little invested in the characters, that's when you get going. And then obviously pick your games as well. Like, there's certain story games that I personally don't think I would enjoy as much as others. Like, I love Baldur's Gate, and I like Baldur's Gate's story. And for example, Baldur's Gate, one of the best things is the character interactions. Like, when the characters are fighting as their party's walking, that's one of my favorite things on the planet. Not that I've ever played Baldur's Gate before, obviously. This is not going to do enough damage because he had a shield. I hate everything in the world. Guys, I'm not saying the world's against me. I'm just saying it's interesting how he had a shield, and I don't have enough damage to take him out. Okay? That's all I'm saying. And whether or not you want to delve into that and how the game is cheating and how KingsIsle wants Jack Ash to fail, that's up to you. I like both, so I get it. My room right now is a mix of antique and modern stuff because that's what I vibe with, the mix. Yeah, I will say, like, my room is not a good indication of my taste for the simple fact. Why did we lose that fight? They put up an ice shield, which I can't really help, can I? Well, okay, I guess we just blade and hope we win. My room is not like a good indication of my taste right now. Well, I don't know. Here's my thing, guys. Does anyone else struggle with this? I live in an apartment. Okay, and if you didn't know, and when you live in an apartment, you sign a lease. A lease typically lasts anywhere from 6 months to 12 months to 13 months to 18 months. And during that time period, you will pay a fixed amount of money called rent. And you pay that every month. And you might be saying, Twichty, stop baby explaining. Guys, here's the thing. I honestly think it's better when I baby explain everything. Because sometimes, here's the thing. Everyone likes feeling included, and sometimes people don't know stuff. Anyway, right? I pay rent. I have this internal feeling where I get scared to decorate my room because, bro, I'm going to have to move at some point because my rent is going to be raised. Why? Because that's what people love doing, especially in cities. Okay, they're going to raise my rent. And unless I'm making way more money, I'm going to have to move. And when I have to move, that means I have to move all the stuff I bought. And that is a pain in the butt. I also don't have a car. Now, mind you, can I rent a U-Haul? Absolutely, I can rent a U-Haul. But still, like, that is something that personally stresses me out. And that's where I struggle to decorate my room. That too many people act like I don't mind if people act like they know everything. I just know, guys, I am someone who will pretend I know everything. Not in like a, I mean, sure, sometimes I'll pretend I'm a genius, but like in a sense of like, if I'm in a conversation with a group of people and someone's yapping about something, very rarely will I be like, oh, can you explain that to me? Sometimes I'll ask what a word means, but you should never be ashamed to do that. And so that's why sometimes, guys, I will go into like a deeper explanation. I'm like, it doesn't hurt anyone. Okay. You know what? It gives me a talking point. Bada bing, bada boom. So it took me so long to, that thing from IKEA, guys, I've lived in this apartment for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in October. That's when I moved to LA. I didn't buy one of my furniture things for an entire year almost in LA. Twisty, have you come across? Yeah, here's the thing. Quinn, I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful Monday. How are you? I hope everything's going great. I hope the past whatever has been amazing. Okay, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking about how to say it in my head, and I don't see an issue. Have you come across? I don't see a Drew Peacock on Wiz yet. Like I don't get that one. Am I dumb, guys? Am I saying something that's hilarious but it's not hilarious? Like I truly just don't get that one. Maybe I should be saying it faster. But Quinn, I appreciate you trying to get me. Guys, keep trying to get me. Guys, here's the thing. I will say, if you ever really want to get me, send me a true friend code. Because the last person who sent me a true friend code, that person really got me. That person who made me write, I love yada yadas, they really got me. I think it's just a name, no? Oh, thank you, Hot Cheeto, thank you. No, Camber, no, you know what? No, Camber's doing malicious ignorance. Okay, guys, Camber knows what's up. Camber's not, yeah, okay. I was about, for a second, I was like, Camber, I was on your side, and I was like, absolutely not. I guess I said it too slowly. I was too prepared. I apologize. I apologize. I was too prepared. And that's what happened. Oh, you didn't? Okay, sure. Oh. I guess it's Easter? I guess it doesn't matter. Anyways, ignore me. I guess I read that too fast. Here's the thing, but either way, Quinn, I do appreciate it. And I hope everything's thriving. I hope you're doing well. Unlike me, who's not doing well, because I'm going to hit by a meteorite. Just kidding. Meteorite sucks. Loser spell. 343 is embarrassing damage. I was fully sitting here like, okay. Sure. Okay, we got guys, here's the thing. If he puts a fire shield, I don't want to deal with that. We're just going to hit him. I think this is going to do enough damage. Odds are this does enough damage, and okay. Guys, odds are this does enough damage, which is what I said last time, which I said this time. And maybe that time. Oh, I see. What are we doing, guys? Oh, Azteca quest. No, I don't want to clear my Azteca quest Wizard101. I just want to see how close we are. I know we're very close. Let's be clear here. I know we're very close. 26, but here's the thing, guys. I have to be prepared because I have to make sure I've taken photos of my character in Azteca
I don't understand.
before I go on to the next world.
The Shadow Queen did not tell me you were so strong. Almost as if when
I love that. I don't understand. The Shadow Queen didn't tell me you were so strong. And guess what? That's henchman problem 101. Do you think the Joker's like, henchman, you can't beat Batman. You should give up now. No, the Joker's out there hyping up his troops. He's like, you henchman, you can't beat Batman. And guys, let me tell you right now, they were never beating Batman. Okay, regret being a henchman. Oh, the floating mountains. Okay, we were on quest 169, and now we're going, and there's 197. 169 to 1, that's like 27. No, that's like 37. Or a little bit less. It's somewhere along that number. Okay. We're golden number ready. Guys, and just like I'm ready to keep going on with Azteca, you are unfortunately going to have to be ready for the 3 minutes of ads I run at the top of the hour every hour. But if you don't want to experience those ads, you can use a Twitch Prime or regular Twitch subscription to enjoy an ad-free stream, get access to moves, and support me. But watching me still supports me, and I deeply, deeply appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, let's go talk to... Oh, talk to... Uke? Guys, what's an AJE? What is AJE supposed to sound? I have no idea what's supposed to sound. But guys... Oh, no. Bellicule, can you just, like, not, please? Guys, I hope you enjoyed...